aluminium. Hey guys, it's Amanda. If you're new here, I'm an American living in the UK, and I post about my life and experiences living here, as well as these weekly reactions requested by all of you. Now, I've lost count of how many comments I've had saying that Americans pronounce certain words wrong. So when I saw this video, I had to watch it. What words do you think will be on the list? Apart from aluminum or aluminium, let me know in the comments or head over to my Instagram and leave them there. Also, I just wanted to quickly mention my new channel, Amanda Ray ASMR, where I read bedtime stories, and I'll also be taking suggestions and requests from all of you guys. So if you haven't already, please head over there and check it out.
Be sure to listen closely. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British words America is saying wrong. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at words that have distinctly different pronunciations across the pond. Anyway, we're obviously having a bit of a laugh here, so let's not turn the comment section into World War III now, shall we? Honestly, some of us Brits, including me myself, say these wrong too, so no hard feelings, right? Number 10, tomato. This fruit can cause more confusion than you'd think.
You like tomato?
And you like tomato?
The two ways to say tomato are one of the most prominent differences, thanks in part to the 1937's Let's Call the Whole Thing Off, a duet originally performed by Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers for the film Shall We Dance? The song features different pronunciations as a main part of the lyrics, including those for tomato. Simple a word as it is, it's one of the most common words to be lost in translation, with Brits abroad often having to adopt the American tomato just to be understood.
My name is really Tom Ado.
Number 9, bull.
Tomato. To be honest, I say both. It just depends which one comes out first. However, I would be shocked if you went to the US and said tomato and they wouldn't know what you mean. I mean, it doesn't sound that different. Americans aren't that thick. Surely.
For whatever reason, it's common in America to pronounce this word as though it was spelt with an O and not with an A, which led to some confusion. You don't want to accidentally insult someone who's sensitive about their hairline just because you didn't hear something correctly, after all. The American pronunciation of bald has more in common with the British pronunciation of bald. I mean, is someone talking about their hair or text formatting? This is to do with the natural way language evolves, sounds often getting shorter, but it can still prove tricky.
Bald! I am affected by a bald patch. I'm healed!
Number 8.
I couldn't actually really tell a difference. Bald. I don't know. That didn't sound any different to me.
Vase.
And don't worry about the vase.
What vase?
That vase.
Actual linguistic studies have been conducted on different ways people can pronounce this word, whether it's said vase like Mars or vase like haze generally. The former is the British version and the latter the American. When eBay users were polled on what they think about someone based just on their pronunciation of certain words, vase came up as implying that somebody who says it the British way is stuck up. Considering many of the UK's many regional accents still cling on to that long A, this definitely isn't true. But first impressions often matter.
Then! Arrange them nicely in the vase! Oh, get in!
Number 7. Leisure.
Hey there! You got the Miller family here, reporting for leisure, sir.
Since visits across to other countries are often for this purpose, be that a holiday or a vacation, it's not surprising that this particular word can cause head scratches. It can be an especially weird difference for people who don't speak English as a first language too, looking to get to grips with the national variations. In America, you'll almost always hear people say leisure, like it's got an extra E hidden somewhere, while in the UK it's more like leisure, as if the I isn't there at all. With both versions seeming to ignore the actual spelling, it's no wonder this word can be an annoyance.
Mr. Murphy, what exactly attracts you to the leisure industry?
In a word, pleasure. It's like my pleasure and other people's leisure.
Number 6. Mobile.
To be fair, I did say leisure before they even said it, so I have lived here for quite a while, haven't I?
There aren't just different pronunciations of mobile, usually mobile versus mobile, but there are many different ways to actually use the word itself. In the UK, it's common shorthand for mobile phone, which in the US would be a cell phone.
And of course, your mobile goes.
In the US, it's often used for the phrase mobile home, which could be anything from a caravan to a motorhome in Great Britain.
I saw you leaving Pablo Chacon's compound. We both know if I search your mobile home, what I find.
Even more confusing if you're talking about the mobile that hangs over a baby's cot. This can again be pronounced differently in certain parts of the States and sounds more like mobile.
It's like a Batmobile.
Number 5. Scone.
That one's a little bit tricky. They're not used in the same way for the same thing. Mobile, mobile home. I'll call baloney on that one.
Scone. They only have maple walnut.
One of the most contested words in the English language has to be scone, or is it scone? You'll generally find scone like tone in use in US English. But if you were to actually come to the UK, things get a lot more complex. The debate around exactly what these baked goods are called has been fiercely raging for years, and differs depending on what region you're in. If you're in the south of England or the Republic of Ireland, you'll also hear scone like tone.
And then some butter that's been rubbed in.
Why do you mix the two flours?
I just think it gives a bit of a lighter scone. I really, really do.
But Northern Ireland, Northern England, Wales and Scotland all usually use the shorter scone. People will still understand what you mean, no matter which you say though.
Pass the scones, please.
Number 4, garage.
Not trying to start a war, but I think it's scone. And really, you can't say that Americans pronounce it wrong when all of you guys say it different ways. So that's a bit rubbish, I think. That should not be on the list. The list? I'm not even sure what I said there. On the list, watch Mojo UK.
I have some tiki torches in the garage.
A word with too many pronunciations for its own good. It's often pronounced with a long A at the end in America, sounding more like garage. But this way also crops up in the south of England.
There's a garage.
If you come further north, however, you'll find yourself hearing garage more often than not, shortening the word.
Just popping back to the garage.
Garage?
There are a few contextual differences too. In the UK, when your car needs repairs, you take it to a garage, while in the US, your car might be in the shop. Number 3, advertisement.
See, this is another one. Garage. We don't pronounce it wrong, do we? Because people in the south of England pronounce it the same way. But what will you northerners think?
You always look so cool. Like the advertisement of the man in Times Square.
It's not often you'll actually hear somebody say the whole word these days. Normally it's reduced to the much quicker ad in English-speaking countries. But it can be a little jarring to hear advertisement if someone says it differently. problems arise in the middle syllable, with some saying tis and others saying ties, as well as putting the stress in different places. As if that wasn't weird enough, uses of the word also vary, as the ads on television are still called ads in the UK, but become commercials in the States, and advert is a more common British shortening than ad to begin with.
I should be glad to have your help in the matter.
We thought you would. That's why we wrote this advertisement.
Advertisement for what?
For the new nanny.
Number 2, vitamin.
My doctor says I need vitamins.
So why don't you take vitamins?
We know they're important and we need to make sure we have enough of certain ones, but the jury is still out on what the best way to say the word is. In the UK, you'll hear vitamin with a small I, but in the US, it becomes vitamin as though it's a capital I. The short I pronunciation is a lot more common throughout the world than the American variant, the word being said this way across Europe, and you may even run into it in Canada, where the two lexicons are thoroughly mixed.
I don't like taste of vitamin C.
Number 1, aluminium.
No matter how long I live here, it will always be vitamin. It's just one of those words that I can't change. Vitamin. Just does not sound right.
I do aluminum siding, roofing.
This is one of the rare cases where a change in pronunciation has also caused a change in the spelling. They really do skip out on the second I in North America. But actually, this is one instance where the Americans might be right. Humphrey Davy, the British chemist who first created the element, wanted it to be called aluminum, in line with other alloys like platinum, but he had a lot of critics who wanted aluminium, more like magnesium.
Say it again. Say it again. Aluminium. Okay, you say it.
It's aluminum.
Aluminum.
Okay.
Aluminum.
Eddie?
While Davy used his spelling, other scientists used their own. In 1828, Noah Webster used aluminum in Webster's dictionary, though official chemistry bodies prefer the other version. Today, both are recognized as acceptable. Do you agree with our picks?
I know how much that one annoys you guys, but aluminum, I can't even say, aluminium. In all seriousness, I love these types of videos. It just showcases how different English can be in both countries. And it's fascinating to me because not only has my accent changed, but so has my vocabulary and the pronunciation of certain words. And I don't even know exactly how it happened or when it happened. I suppose it was just like a gradual thing over the years. And to be honest, I never really noticed until I started making these videos and all of you were telling me in the comments. I might actually do a video on it. I just think it's so interesting. But let me know what you guys think. Is there any that you'd add to the list? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, smash that like button if that's what you're into, and I'll see you in the next video.